Hello students. Hope you have gone through the previous lecture on arithmetic progression. I had given you an introduction regarding what do we mean when there's a mathematical number series is called as an arithmetic progression, right? And we also discussed about the general form of an AP, how the terms are there, what's the common difference, right? The first term. So today I'll give you a brief explanation of the general form of an nth term, right? And then we are going to solve a lot of questions depending on this particular formula. Okay, so the general term of nth, general form of the nth term of an AP would be, so when I say that we have a AP, so it is of the form A1, A2, right? This is your A1, A2, A3, A4, and so on. Or you can say T1, T2, T3, T4, and so on. So this, your first term will always be A. Second term, you add D to it, A plus D. Third term, you add D to this. So this will be A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So if you observe, for example, if I take the next term, that is A5 or T5 for that matter, because some textbooks take it as T5, that is the fifth term, we would have to write it as the preceding term, that is A4 plus D. D is the common difference that we go on adding it to the next term to get the next term. So this would be, what is A4? A plus 3D plus D. This is going to be A plus 4D. So that means your T5, the fifth term, is A plus 1 less than 5D. So if we go on, for example, if the question tells me, okay, find the 100th term, we are not going to actually keep on adding D for 100 times. It will consume a lot of time. They would even ask you to find out the 500th term, 990th term. That's not practically possible. So we need to have a general form, right? So in order to get a general form to find the nth term, nth, that means any term of an AP, we will take this as, so let Tn is equal to A. If you observe this particular number is always 1 less than the number of term. So if n is the number of term, 1 less than n, that is n minus 1 multiplied by D. This holds the general form, or this is the nth term of an AP, right? So general form for nth term of an AP is A plus n minus 1 into D. Always remember this, because many questions are going to be based on this one, right? So now let us solve a few questions. So now it says 30th term of this AP is, we need to calculate T30 or A30 for that matter. Let us take a question mark. AP is given. Now, according to AP, can you tell me what will be the first term? Obviously, the first term will be A, right? So A is going to be 10. And if you observe, what will be D? Second term minus first term is going to be D. 7 minus 10 is minus 3. Just to recheck, 4 minus 7 is again minus 3. So your D is minus 3. And we need to find out the 30th term. That means N is equal to 30. So what is your formula? The formula for nth term of an AP is An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Some textbooks say Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. That's not a problem. Just substitute the values. So therefore, En is equal to, or you can say T30. A30 is equal to, what is A? 10 plus n minus 1. So that is 30 minus 1. What is D? D is minus 3. So therefore, the 30th term is going to be 10 plus 29 into minus 3. What is 29? 3s are 30, 30, 30, 90, minus 3, 87. But multiplied by minus 3, that means this is going to be 10 minus 87. So 830. So therefore, the 30th term of this AP is going to be minus 77. Understood? So this is the 30th term. In this way, you need to solve the questions. Now again, one more question like this. Find out the 11th term of an AP. So 11th term, that means A11, we need to find out what is N in this case. N will be 11. What is A? A is minus 3. What is D? So D is always your second term minus the first term. So second term is minus 1 by 2. Minus of minus 3. This is going to be minus 1 by 2 plus 3. This is 3 minus 1 by 2. 3 minus 1 by 2 will be 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 1, 5. So that's going to be 5 by 2. So your D is 5 by 2. Now you got everything. Just put it in your formula. That is A11 is equal to A plus N minus 1. 11 minus 1D. So that is 10D, which is equal to A minus 3 plus 10 into 5 by 2. 2 and this 10 will go. What do you have? 5. 5 into 5, 25. 25 minus 3 plus 25 to be A11 is going to be 20. That's the answer. Understood? Right. Now see, another type of question, but based on the same formula. Which term of the AP is 3, 8, 13, 18 and up to dot dot dot? This is an infinite AP. We need to find out 78 was one of the term. We need to find out the number of term 78 is. That means is 78 the 15th term, the 20th term or 25th term. That means we need, what do we need to find out? We need to find out N over here, right? So in order to find out N, so let us first of all, the first thing while solving such type of questions is to see, write down AD. So A is your 3. D, if you see 5, 8 minus 3 is 5, 13 minus 8 is 5. So D is equal to 5. Now, this is the nth term, 78. So your AN or TN is the nth term. You need to find out N. So let us put in the formula. What formula do we have? AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Write the formula, put it in a box. And we have, so 78, 3 plus N minus 1 into 5, right? So I'll take this 3 over here. So 78 minus 3 is going to be 75. I'll multiply the bracket with 5. So that is going to be 5N minus 5. Again, minus 5. I'll bring it over here. So 75 plus 5. So that's going to be 80 equal to 5N. So N is equal to 80 divided by 5. So therefore, N is equal to, how much will it be? It's equal to 16, right? So that means we will write a statement, hence 78 is the 16th term of the given AP, right? 78 is the 16th term of the given AP. Understood? Right. Let us do one more question. It says, check whether minus 150 is a term of AP or not. So that means first, in the previous question, we knew that 78 was a term. In this question, particular question, we don't know whether 150 is a term of the given AP or not. We need to check. So in order to check, what we'll do, we'll find out the value of N. If N is a whole number, see, what is N? N is the number of term, and number of term N will always be a whole number. N will always be a whole number, right? N can never be a fraction, and N can never be a negative number, right? N will always be a whole number. Okay, so let us see what all is given. The AP, what is the AP? AP is 11, 8, 5, 2, and so on. So if we know this is, so your A, the first term is equal to 11. B, common difference, 8 minus 11 minus 3. 5 minus 8 minus 3. So D is minus 3. N we have to find. N we don't know. And the term we need to check, put that term as AN. So AN or TN is equal to minus 150. Now put in the formula. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Substitute the values. What is the value? Value is like minus 150 is equal to 11 plus N minus 1 into minus 3. I'll take this 11 over here. So now it is minus 161 equal to, I'll open up the brackets and multiply by minus 3. So it's minus 3N minus 3N, minus 3 into minus 1, so that's going to be plus 3. This 3 will again go over here. So minus 161 minus 3, you have minus 3N. So now this is minus 164. My negative gets cancelled. So 3N is equal to 164. N is equal to 164 upon 3. Now, is 164 divisible by 3? 164 is not. If we want to do this, so let's see, 3 5s are 15, 1 14. This is not divisible. This will not come out to be a whole number, right? It's not a, it will come down to be a fraction. Okay, so we will say as N is not a whole number, or N is not, basically not even a whole number, N should be a natural number, because when we say a whole number, 0 1 2 3 should also be. Number of term cannot be zeroth term. There cannot be any zeroth term. So we should say that N should be a whole natural number instead of a whole number, because natural number starts with 1 2 3 4. Okay, so as N is not a natural number, right? N is a fraction and number of term cannot be a fraction. Hence, 150 is not a term of the given AP. Of the given AP, right? Okay, so let's move on. Now, again, these type, I'm dealing with each and every new type of problem. Formula will be used, formula which is going to be used is same, but the problem differs and the technique to solve problem also differs. Now this one, it says find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. So when we say A11 is equal to 38. So when you say A11, so what is A11? A11 is basically A plus 10D. So can I write, so therefore A plus 10D is equal to 38. This becomes my equation number 1. What did it tell us next? That the 16th term, A16 is 73. So what is A16? A16 is A plus 15D. So therefore, we can write A plus 15D is equal to 73. This is your equation number 2. Now, we can solve equation 1 and 2, and then we can find out A and D. When we find out A and D, what do we need to find? We need to find this, that is the 31st term, that is A31. What is A31? It is A plus 30D. So once we know A and D, once we are able to solve A and D, we can get the 31st term, right? So we know A and A can get eliminated. So subtract 1 from 2. So A plus 15D equal to 73 minus A plus 10D equal to 38, right? A gets cancelled. 15D minus 10D, so what we have 5D. 73 minus 38, so 38 to 48, 48, 58, 58 to 68, and then we have plus 5, so that's 35. Okay, so D is going to be 7. So we have D. Substituting this D in equation 1, A is equal to 38 minus 10D. So 38 minus 70. D into this is 70. 70, so A is minus 32, right? So A comes out to be minus 32. So now A31 is equal to minus 32 plus 30 into 7. 7 threes are 21, right? This will be minus 32 plus 210, right? 210 minus 32 is going to be minus 30 will be 80, 80, so 178. So 831 is going to be 178. Understood? So you will write a statement at the end. Hence, the 31st term of the given AP is 178, right? Okay. Now, if the third and the ninth term of an AP is 4 and minus 8, which term of this AP is 0? Again, the same type. That means third and ninth term is given. So A3 is given. A3 is equal to A plus 2D, which is equal to 4. And A9, that is ninth term is given. A9, A plus 8D is minus 8. So let this be 1, let this be 2. We need to find which number of term is 0. That means an is equal to 0. We need to find out the n. So for that we need a and d. Where can we do a and d? We can find out a and d by solving these questions as simultaneous linear equations. So again, the same thing. Subtract 1 from 2. So a plus 8d equal to minus 8 minus 2d equal to 4. A will cancel. 6d is equal to minus 8 minus 4, that's minus 12. D is going to be minus 2. So as D is minus 2, let us find out what will be A. Substituting this in equation 1. So A is basically 4 minus 2D. A is equal to 4 minus 2 into minus 2. What is 2 into 2 is 4. That's going to be plus 4 because minus 2 into minus 2 is going to be. Again, if we see, right? So A we have got. So now therefore, let's see. A is equal to 8. D is equal to minus 2. Let's put in the general form. An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. An is 0. A is 8. N minus 1 into minus 2 minus 8 into minus 2n plus 2. I'm getting this plus 2 over here. So this minus 8 minus 2 is equal to minus 2n. So minus 2n is equal to minus 10. 10 negative negative cancel. N is equal to 10 by 2. So therefore n is equal to 5. Now yes, n is a natural number. So hence, so you have to write the statement at the end. Hence 0 is the fifth term of the given AP. Right? Okay. Next one. Now this one says that the 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. Now 17th term of an AP, that is A17, exceeds its 10th term by 7. So can I write that A17 is 10 plus A10, 10th term, 17th term exceeds the 10th term. Okay, it's greater than A10 by how much? By 7. So that means if I add 7 to the 10th term, I'll get my 17th term, right? So we need to find out the D over here, right? So therefore, I'll write the statement like this. A17 minus A10 is equal to 7, right? So what is A17? A17 is A plus 16D minus what is A10? A plus 9D, okay, equal to 7, right? Then what do we have? So let us just open the brackets. So therefore, A plus 16D minus A minus 9D equal to 7. A plus A gets cancelled. 16D minus 9D is going to be 7D. 7D is equal to 1. So that's it. Hence the common difference of the given AP is 1. Simple, as simple as that. You just need to understand this particular thing. The 17th term of an AP exceeds the 10th term by 7. That means it is greater than 7. It is greater by 7 from the 10th term. Okay. So when you subtract both the terms, the answer that you'll get is 7. So A17 minus A10 is equal to 7. And then you just put in the general form. Okay. Now, which term of the AP 3, 15, 27, 39 will be 132 more than its 54th term? Okay, though the AP is given to us, that means we can find out A and D. So here A is equal to 3. A equal to 3. 15 minus 3 is 12. 17 is also 12. So yes, D is equal to 12. Now, what are they asking us? They are telling us that which term will be 132 more than its 54th term. So that means we need to find out a term an which is going to be greater than the 54th term by how much? By 132. That means when I add A54, 54th term plus 130, I'm going to get my an. So therefore we can write, therefore an is equal to A54 plus 132. Right? So A54 can be written as A plus 53D. So this is equal to A plus 53D plus 132. Now put in the values of A and D. A is 3. 53 into 12 plus 132. Right? So by solving this, we get an is equal to 771, right? So which term of this AP? So 771 is the term of the given AP, which is 132 more than the 54th term. By now, as we have got an, we can also calculate the number of term 771 is. So an is equal to 771. A, we know A is equal to 3. D is equal to 12. Putting in the general form, you can calculate the n. So which number of term is 771? You can find that also as well, right? Next one. This is quite important. It says, see, two APs have the same common difference. Now there is AP1 and there is AP2. The D for both of them is same. Okay, A's will differ. The difference between their 100th term is 100. What is the difference between their 1000th term? See. This is AP1. For AP1, let the first term be A1 and D is going to be D because it is common for both. For AP2, the first term let it be A2 and common difference is going to be D because it is same. Now for AP1, the A100, so I can say A100 will be A1 plus 99D. And for this particular thing, let this be A dash 100, right? For this particular thing, A dash 100 is going to be A2 plus 99D, right? Okay, so now what is the difference between the difference between the 100th term is 100. So when I subtract these two, that means A100 minus A dash 100, I get is 100. So if we just put in these values, A1 plus 99D minus A2 minus 99D, opening the brackets, this is going to be 100. So 99 gets cancelled. So what do we get? We get A1 minus A2. A1 minus A2 is equal to 100, right? This one relation we got. Okay. Now, what is the difference between the thousandth term? So now we need to find out the thousand term difference. So let's see for AP1, the 8,000. Okay. So for AP1, 8 A1 plus 999D, and for A dash 100, it is going to be A2 plus again 999D. We need to find the difference of these two. So therefore, 8,000 minus A dash 1,000 is going to be A1 99D minus A2 minus 999D. This gets cancelled. This is equal to A1 minus A2, and we know A1 minus A2 is equal to 100. So hence the difference between the thousandth term will also be 100. Right, let us move on. How many three-digit numbers are divisible by 7? Again, one of the important questions which normally comes in exams. Understand the question first. It says how many three-digit numbers are divisible by 7. So when we say three-digit number starts with 100 and ends on 999. So we need to see first which first three-digit number is divisible by 7. So when we say 101, is 101 divisible by 7? No, I don't think so. Let's go to 101. 100 is not divisible. 101, not divisible. 102, 32, not divisible. 33, 10, 34, 35. Yes. So 103 is also not divisible. 104, we are dividing it by 7. 105 is divisible by 7, right? 10, 3, 35, 5 are 35, 15 are. Okay, so 105 is the first term, first three-digit number, which is divisible by 7. So this being the first three-digit number, this becomes our A. Obviously, the next term after this is going to be, when we add 7 to it, it's going to be 112. The next is going to be 119. Next is going to be 126, and so on, right? So that means your D is going to be 7. Now we need to see from the 999, which is the last three-digit number which is going to be divisible by 7. So that last three-digit number is going to be our AN, and then we will find out the nth N for AN, right? So is 999 divisible? So let's see, 29, 28. No, 999 is not divisible. What about 998? 7, 229, 118. No. 997, 996. No. 995. 7, 2, 29, 1, 994. So 994 divisible by 7. 1s are 7, 2, 29, 4s are 28, 1, 14, 2s are. So yes, it is divisible, right? It is divisible by 7. Okay. So this becomes, so 994 becomes your AN. Okay, this is your AN. Now you have A, you have D, you have AN. Just put in the formula. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So 9, 9, 4. 105 plus N minus 1 into 7. Now let us solve this. So hence N is equal to 896 divided by 7. So that comes out to be N is equal to 128 for this AP. That means, so you can write down the last statement. That means there are 128 terms or 128 three-digit numbers which are divisible by 7, right? So you need to write down the statement at the end. Okay. So now moving on, again the same type of question, but here the ranges are different. So it says how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 to 250. So we are starting with 10 and we are ending with 250. So let's see the number which starts from 10. Is 10 divisible by 4? No. Or 10 a multiple of 4? No. 11? No. 12? Yes. So 12 is the first multiple of 4. What about 250? Is 250 a multiple of 4? No. 250, 249? No. 248, 24, and yes, 248 is a multiple of 4, right? So this term over here, starting term, this becomes your A. So 12 becomes your A, and this becomes your last term. So let this be AN. Whatever is the last term which satisfies our condition, that becomes your AN. Now, as it is a multiple of, we need all multiples of 4. So what is the D going to be? The next term after 12 is going to be 16, then 20, then 24. That means your D is equal to 4, right? So three things you have, A and D. You need to find out N. So now let's write down the formula. Plus N minus 1 into D. Box it. Put in the values. So 248 is equal to, what is A? 12 plus N minus 1 into 4. Now let us try to solve this and find the value of N. N is equal to 240 divided by 4. So you know 4 and the 6. Therefore, N is equal to 60. So that means at the end, you should write this statement. There are 60 multiples of 4 which lie between 10 to 250. That's the last, your answer. Right? Then we have, see, for what value of N are the nth terms of two APs, this and this is equal. That means there is some term of, there are two APs again. So your AP1 is 63, 65, 67, and so on. So for this, your A is equal to 63. And if you observe, D is equal to plus 2. And there's another AP2. It says 3, 10, 17. For this, your A is equal to 3 and D is equal to 7. For this, now out of these APs, it will come down to one term basically, wherein both these terms are going to be same. For what value of N are the nth terms of the two APs same? So when we have to write this in nth, so AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, right? So A is 63 plus N minus 1 into 2. And here also AN is equal to 3 plus N minus 1 into 7, right? Now they are saying the nth terms of the two APs are equal. That means this AN is equal to this AN. So we are going to equate them. So therefore, 63, I am multiplying this with the bracket. 63, this should be plus 2n minus 2 is equal to 3. Again, I'm multiplying the 7 over here. So 7n minus 7. So let's 6 minus 2, this is going to be 61 plus 2n, and this is going to be minus 4 plus 7n. So minus 4 over here, so this is going to be 65 plus 4, 61 plus 4 is 65, and 7n minus 2n, this is going to be 5n, right? So therefore, n is equal to 65 divided by 5. N is equal to 13, right? So therefore, when n comes down to 13, that means the 13th term of both the APs are going to be same. So 13th term of AP1 is also going to be same to 13th term of AP2. So you can, if you have the A and Ds, and if you want, or if they ask you, find out what will be the 13th term, you can also find the 13th term, putting in the values of A and D, and recheck your answers. Okay. Right. So those were some different types of questions based on the formula of AN or TN is equal to A plus N minus 1. So always remember that the nth term, okay, so Tn is always equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is your general form of nth term. Many textbooks say it's Tn, some textbooks say it's an, one and the same thing, right? Or an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is your first term, d is the common difference, n is the number of term, right? Next class, we are going to do the sum of first n terms of an AP. So in this class, we studied how to find out any, if we know A and D, we can find out any term of the given AP. Now, if we want a sum of the first given term, so let's say I have AP as 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I want the sum of first 15 terms, right? So the sum of first 15 terms, so we will derive a formula for that, right? And we will solve a variety of questions based on that. Okay. And if you have understood, if you have liked the video, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel, right? Signing off for now. Let us meet tomorrow to study the sum of n terms. Okay. See you. Bye-bye.